What's up? What's up? It's your boy Sean P back again. Another edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. Again with my homie Ansem from BLG, aka Bootleg Gang, and Reese, King of the North from Torture Talk and Torture Chamber.
Yeah.
Welcome, fellas. Now tonight, I was actually gonna talk about the top 50 New York MCs list from Complex. I know Ansem, we was talking about doing that for a little bit now. And last night we had a little bit of breaking news, if you will. Jay-Z, and as I predicted, did the Root Picnic, and he had a freestyle going at not just Drake, but like a whole bunch of other people, from Tony Busby to Nicki Minaj to Kanye West, Tory Lanez. I mean, you name it. So that kind of took precedent. All I got to say, bro, is today my timeline, I'd say 80% of the posts was Jay-Z's freestyle at the Roots Picnic and Drake versus Jay-Z. What's gonna happen? Like, I don't know what your timelines look like, but like all of a sudden, it's like one story took over the hip-hop world and totally wiped out anything that Drake had or any momentum from Drake having on Iceman. Like, because Iceman was the talk up until today, and after today, it's like, Iceman who? Like, seriously, I don't know. What are your guys' first impressions of this?
Iceman wasn't even on my mind when this came out. I done moved on to Nick Grant, like I told you earlier this week. With that being said, a disclaimer, I'm a Nas over Jay-Z type
I am
dude.
too.
So some people think I'm not a Jay-Z fan like that.
Yeah.
I just prefer Nas over him. With that being said, all you young people need to learn what this dude is talking about. And he's doing your style while doing him at the same time. I was just saying that a battle rapper that reminded me of what Jay-Z did today was Goods, because Goods is not a punchline type of dude, but the swag that he applies in his rhymes just happens to stand that much out more. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not just what he's saying, it's how he's saying it, and the shit that it does have replay value. As simple as it sounds, it's definitely a deep meaning behind it. Shout out to Common, my favorite rapper, by the way.
No doubt.
Truthfully, Jay went to rhyme like common sense, and I'm happy he doing that right now.
Rhyming like common sense. That's right.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't understand that Jay-Z's always been a great lyricist. I think people just like the thing about Jay-Z to me, he always raps in a way where you think he's talking regular, but then when you start to dig into it, you realize that he's very coded. That's what I got from this freestyle, and I know we're gonna get into it. Of course, I'm on YouTube, so every other YouTuber down is talking about it. These YouTubers I never even seen before is talking about it, like, and I think this is a win for the old heads. I'm not gonna lie.
Truth. That's true.
You know what I mean? But the people from the '90s and the 2000s, I think Jay-Z, he did something that just to remind people that, yeah, lyricists still run the game. Don't get it fucked up. Like this guy is out here doing all of these things. And look, I come back with a freestyle and my shit is bigger than his whole album. Like,
facts.
So you got to understand,
facts, because I mean, the whole conversation was Drake going #1 again. You know, is Drake going to have this song in the summer? All of this nonsense, and it was like forgotten about in one day, like literally. And that was wild to me. It just totally became the trending topic in hip hop. But so this is what we're gonna do, fellas. We are gonna go through the freestyle. I got a version, like a clear version of it that we're gonna talk about. Then we're gonna talk a little bit about, who you was talking about, like the Drake portion of it. And we're also going to talk about the narrative against the freestyle, like people that were saying the freestyle was mid or whatever Drake stands was saying. Yeah, and then we're going to talk about where this goes from here. are we going to see another mega battle this time with Jay-Z and Drake, or Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj? That's another one you got to watch out for too. So let's just get right to it, fellas. Let me pull up the video and we'll start from the beginning of this. Now this came from a fan iPhone tape. So let's get started.
I would have hunted them, every one of them, playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came, but 911 is a joke.
All right, so
Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling.
So right there, he's talking about the whole Tony Busby thing, and Tony Busby, I think Jay just refiled or something like that. He refiled a motion to sue the man for like $500 million, some shit like that. So
Yeah.
I think that was a Tony Busby reference, and of course, you know, he was the one that came out with that bogus story about that VMA after party with Diddy, and got these like fake group of representatives to go sue Jay-Z in a class action civil suit and all that got thrown out of court. So now he's going after him. So he caught some bars on this. It wasn't too much.
It didn't play too much. It didn't play the first couple of lines that I see on Genius, but the beginning of the verse is Hattie's turning 100. Hattie's right, Jay-Z's grandmother. Yeah, Hattie's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. The 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came, but 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The public enemy punchline.
Yeah.
911 is a joke. Public enemy.
That's
public
fire,
enemy #1.
The entendres are just out of control on this one, man. But he got it, Tony Busby, on that one. So let's go on.
Funny. Before you play that hip hop fact, y'all, that's one of the few songs that actually was a Flavor Flav song more than Chuck D. 911 is a joke by Public Enemy. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas.
Yeah, so that one was about Tory Lanez right there. And see, I haven't really gotten into the whole Tory Lanez and Meg situation or whatever. And a lot of people say that, you know, and it's consensus that Tory got framed. But a lot of it, he did a lot of stupid shit. Like that phone conversation he was referencing. And I don't understand. Jay-Z gets the blame because the father came out and said Rock Nation did this and Rock Nation is going to crumble. But they were the lawyers that Megan Thee Stallion got. It's not like Jay-Z made the court case happen this way.
But people are only saying that because Megan's affiliation. That was the only reason why people blame Jay, because of Megan's affiliation.
That's true. You know what I mean? But I think Jay gets a lot of unfair blame for that. And that's what Jay-Z is saying in these lyrics right here about the rock's not crumbling, the leprechauns and magically run out of pranks. And basically, he's showing up Tory Lanez, you're a dumbass for talking that shit. You know what I mean? On the phone, you're incriminating yourself. So he's the one that fucked it up, not me. You know what I mean? So
that one part was about, obviously you said that his dad said the rock is going to crumble. His dad was outside the court saying that Jay-Z. Yeah. The thing is, like, Jay-Z do protect the people they run with him. That's a fact. Like, he does do that. Like anybody that is on his team or on his side or who he represents, they have access to his lawyers, and ain't nothing wrong with that because you're supposed to be like that. Like, I don't see why people get so upset about it. Like, he did it with Rihanna, with Chris Brown, when Rihanna Obviously we know what happened with that situation and what happened. He got Chris Brown couldn't perform nowhere. He couldn't do none of that. So it is what it is. Like if that's your team, you gotta rap for your team. I don't see why people don't understand
the issue with it. And you have a right to your opinion about the Megan Thee Stallion case, him and Tory or her and Tory. But hey, I don't see why it's Jay-Z's fault. I mean, if Tory fucked this shit up, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You got to get better lawyers. You got to have better judgment in that situation. You know what I mean? So there's that aspect. So now it gets juicy. After a couple of people caught strays, now it gets good. So let's get to it. Hold on. Let me.
You got to rewind back to another one fumblers because that leads to the next bar.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Run out of pranks, your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery, gang. You had the cash cow and thunk it. Was you who pumped his? I'm the one who strummed the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm mauling you niggas, gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how.
Yeah, we're going to stop it there because that's definitely about Dame Dash. And he said a lot in there. And he basically said, like, look, I was the one that really held this shit together. It's through my pain and my blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? And he really went into that dude, painting him as this bumbling idiot. Of course, with his teeth falling out online or whatever. I mean, he got in Dame Dash, man, and Dame Dash got nothing. He can't come back from that, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. And that Roberta Flack reference and the killing me softly reference. I mean, classic entendres right there, man.
Yeah, Jay's definitely he's the king of what they call it, sneaky subliminal. Like everybody learned, like a lot of rappers learned this from him because he used to diss people without saying their name all the time. And the rapper will know Jay's talking about me, but he won't give them no light. He'll point it out to them, and he been doing that. That's where Drake gets that from. But the whole line with Dame Dash, fumble the teeth falling out their mouth, and then he's saying like I was the cash cow. You like fumbled teeth out your mouth. You fumbled me. Like I was the one doing everything. I never understood that story between Dame Dash and Jay-Z and how Dame Dash seemed like Jay-Z was the one that was wrong when he was doing most of the work. It's mind-boggling to me. I don't understand that. But yeah, he got it at him. That was crazy.
Man. He cooked him. Yeah, man. But now it gets even better. It's like it goes up in levels who he talks about. Now this one right here, I kind of had a all right. We get into the first Drake reference. So let's go.
That's for the brunches. I remember the hunger pain. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm mauling you niggas, gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a B to even say my name.
So that's reference right there to Drake's reference on I think was it either Whisper My Name, where he didn't care, where he said I didn't learn nothing from the OGs. I take the $500,000, right? So he's directly rebuttaling that, saying fuck the brunches. You know what I mean? You can't even sit at my table, my dude. You need to have a B just to say my name, bro. That's who I'm at the table with. I'm with billionaires. I'm with CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. Drake, go back to the kiddie table. That's what he said. Get the fuck back to the kiddie table. You fuck a 500,000. I don't give a fuck about them brunches. He got in Drake on this one, man. This is the first one.
He referenced that from The Wire because Marlo said that.
That's right.
He said,
That's
I'm not
reference.
one for brunches anyway. Like, so he said that whole scheme was from The Wire. Like, but people gotta understand this, man. Like, when you talking to a dude, when like Drake's worth, I think Drake's worth is like between 250, 350 million or something like that.
About that, yeah.
You arguing with a dude who really don't ever have to ever rap, and he got classics on classics. Like even if he was to come outside, he's just gonna embarrass you because this is not a battle through skills. This is a battle through boss talk. You're not a boss. And we're gonna get to that part. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely talking about that.
Crazy, but yeah.
But see, Jay's boss talk is a lot different from Drake. If you remember on Janet Shut the Fuck Up, Drake was talking his little money. Yeah, I get $250 a week. I do all of this other shit. But nigga, you ain't getting Jay money, bro. I mean, your little money is cute, but bro, you ain't getting the money Jay getting. I'm talking billionaire fuck you money. Like, who are you to come out saying I get $250 a week? The jig is up and all that other shit. Like, and that's why it's like you see the contrast between Jay's braggadocio and Drake's braggadocio. It's like Jay's braggadocio, you believe it. You see it with your own eyes. With Drake, you got to think, all right, bro, are you really getting $250 a week? You know what I mean? Are you really getting that money? But all right, I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Yeah, what you think, Hanson?
Oh no, y'all pretty much saying everything. You can go ahead and continue.
Yeah, all right. So we're gonna get to hold on a minute. We're gonna get to I think this part, he talking about Kanye on this joint coming up next. This one, it took me a little while to kind of pick up on, but all right, so let's go.
You ever heard of a Wonder King? My children and some of them, have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin. Ask unharmed player. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch how saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga.
Yeah, so right there, he's definitely going at Kanye West and his mental health issues. But where this really stems from is Kanye made a couple of comments about Jay's kids on Twitter about a couple of his kids maybe having disabilities or something like that. And it was really below the belt. And of course, this is below Kanye's apology and his acceptance back with apology to the Jewish community and all that other stuff. But I said to myself, Jay's not gonna let this slide, man. And he basically said, in all intents and purposes, yeah, you talk all of that mental health shit, but watch how small you act in my presence, because you ain't that type of dude when we face to face. And I could tell. See, this is the thing about Kanye West. I don't want to say Kanye West is a bitch nigga like that, but he is a dude that talks out both sides of his mouth. And when he around a certain type of people, that's why I never kind of really warmed up to Kanye. He is a kind of like fake two-faced nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ever get that vibe from him?
I mean, he's always been like back and forth like that. Like even in the Drink Champs interview, he was doing that.
Yeah.
The way he did Tyler Equality and talk about he was faking as a backpacker. No, and damn well you was there with that backpack shit, singing 2 words with Most Def. But yeah. But it makes sense now that you mentioned the therapist part.
Yeah. And at first I thought Jay was just talking about maybe he was going to therapy. But when I really broke it down, I listened to it, I was like, oh, and he brought up the Un-Rivera thing, right? Of course, this is from Jay-Z's 1999 hearing an incident at that club. I think Club Kit Kat or something where he stabbed Un-Rivera, caused some charges for it.
Yeah, basically saying Kanye, you're light compared to us. So
exactly that. And not only that, he also saying like, "Oh, you really want to get under your skin, nigga? I'll take it there. I'll really go low." And I think that's a little bit of a warning shot to Kanye. Like, bruh, Jay sparing you. He knows a whole lot more shit he could say about Kanye, but he's out of respect, out of who he is and the history that they had, he's not letting it go. But he's like, bro, I could really get under your skin.
Yeah, because this is strictly personal. Ain't no bars in this one.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is strictly personal.
Oh, yeah.
So,
bro.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, he really got into him on that one, man. He really got into Kanye. And at first, I was like, it was kind of light. But I was like, in the end of the day, it might be the hardest shot that one of the hardest shots that he gave out to some people on there. So all right, so where we at now? It's about to get good now. Hold on.
Niggas still stuttering.
Right there. Move back a little bit.
Patty down on his luck again. Therapist, this shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it there. So
that's 3 people that he got at back to back to back.
All old Rock Nation or Rockefeller affiliates right there. He got at Oskino. Dame Dash caught another hit, of course, with a chatty patty comment. And Jaguar Wright, Jaguar Wright was the lead singer on his Unplugged album back in 2001 with The Roots. So that's why he referenced Questlove in that or what have you. But
yeah, because she was like put on through The Roots originally.
Yeah, in one sweep, he just cleaned all them cats up. Just did one sweep like that. See, this is the thing, man. People remember Jay-Z could end you in one bar. If you remember Dig a Hole, Cameron was talking crazy about Jay-Z, right? He had a song. A song was hard too. This song, Gotta Love It, right? Jay-Z came out on Dig a Hole, and he came on one line. And ever since then, Cameron, let's just say since then, Cameron was on his way to the podcast community because he ain't done shit in rap since. So Jay got a couple of names on his belt. You know what I mean? A couple of legendary names. We're talking Mobb Deep here. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, it ain't nothing for Jay-Z to get at some of these dudes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said this on my podcast earlier. Oskino, bro. Like, some of you dudes, bro, I think y'all really don't understand what y'all up against.
And he's going to reply first. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Oskino will reply out of everybody first. Watch.
One thing is like, it's like trying to stop the sky from falling. like you can't, there's nothing you can do with Jay, bro. Like, none of your words, nothing will ever penetrate. The best course of action of somebody like Oskino is just say, yeah, I had a thing with Jay. We had issues. That's in the past. Because you just look like a bumbling idiot. Like, I would even leverage that and say, yeah, man, I worked with Jay-Z. I wouldn't even say nothing negative because it's actually better for you to say something positive. This way, people you can reference that you can use that as your resume. But now
he's
you're
not going to say nothing positive because most of state property showed up.
That's true. And see, that's almost like that too is almost like a like Jay was kind of spitting in their face because he invited all those other members back to say, like, look, you could have been a part of this, but all y'all niggas been making your money talking about me and getting off on talking about me. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a state property reunion and we're gonna do it the right way without y'all. and they getting all the glory. I was surprised Beanie Siegel came out, because just to let y'all know,
Beanie Siegel messed with the Roots. He was put on to the Roots before Rock signed him. So no.
But look, let's be clear. Let's be clear here. The only niggas that people care about was Beanie Siegel, Freeway, and Petey Crack. That's it.
People fuck with Young Guns. People down here don't fuck with Young Guns in the South. Can't Stop, Won't Stop was fire though. Don't hate on that.
I'm not talking about the Young Guns was cool, but I'm saying those are the three names that people look at and say, yeah. Because I'll be honest with you, whenever I hear state property, I only think of those three names. I don't think of nobody else. Like, I'm just being honest. I don't care for nobody else.
You know who didn't show up? Rail.
Oh, I remember that singer.
Unless he shows up for the Reasonable Doubt show.
He might do that. I don't think he had beef with Jay-Z, but the point being though is, see, Dame and Oskino, they needed to talk about Jay-Z because that's all they were there for. They were making money off of talking about that man. But they so desperate and pathetic, that's what they need to do. They don't have nothing else going on. So that's why they're doing it. And Jay basically shut them down with one line. And now they're worthless. They worth shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Calling a dude a billionaire who stayed relevant all his career, all the way up until now, who's still relevant, by the way, a goofy. How are you calling this man? He's been rapping and he's been relevant since he's been in rap. How's he a goofy?
You're a goofy, but you're 50 years old with 50-something years old with your teeth falling out. So what's that?
Goodness. Like what is there to argue? I just don't get it.
Who guessing?
You know what's hilarious? A few months ago, he was saying no one cared about Reasonable Doubt. But him saying that made Reasonable Doubt relevant.
He did say that. He did say that. Yes, I totally forgot about that. He sure did.
Like, he made it relevant again. Like, he did that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they did show a clip of Jay performing Dead Presidents at the Roots picnic.
Yeah, I saw the video of most of the performance. That was a great show, man.
Yeah, I didn't expect Jasmine Sullivan to do the hook to Feeling It. She's from Charlotte, by the way.
Yeah, I think Meek Mill came out too, if I'm not correct. It's a dope video.
He did Dreams and Nightmares. I'm surprised they did that.
Yeah, it was a great show. So we're gonna get back to it. Let's get back to it.
You was wondering why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm government.
Okay, so here, Nicki Minaj right here, bro. Now, there's a little bit of a discrepancy on this because at first people thought Jay-Z was stumbling on that line when he said, lady back on her stuff again, of course, talking about her drug issues or whatever. She sounded like she in love with him. Her kin can't even pick the kids up again, enough of them. But what I read up online was that what he's talking about is Nicki Minaj apparently did a freestyle or attempted to do a freestyle like a couple years ago, and she fucked it up. Like she remember her lines. Yep. And Jay-Z was actually making fun of that. And I was like, yo, that's bananas, yo. Basically imitating her doing that, right? Yeah. But see, the thing about it is what she was referencing is, yeah, she's in love with the dude, but the dude, because of his, because the dude is, on the sexual offenders list after the statutory incident that he had or what have you, the husband, he can't even pick up kids or be in a school zone. So basically, and the crazy thing about it is Jay got a whole lot more you could say. Now, see, on to the political part. The notion about it is that, and the notion out there is the MAGA party used Nicki Minaj because she had a beef with Jay-Z, a business beef, and used her as a pawn to get back at Jay-Z. Because they know obviously Jay-Z is affiliated and has been affiliated with Barack Obama, Democratic Party, et cetera, et cetera. Now, that's an opinion out there that Jay's floating, but automatically Jay made this political when he said that. And of course, this is going to take off. This is going to go everywhere because, you know, politics drives media. But at the end, remember what he said. He said, yeah, good luck with them, right? Because what he's really trying to say is, Nicki, you being used like a pawn. When they done with you, you ain't going to have nothing in the end of the day. And see, that's the slick shit about it. It's like Jay-Z's like giving advice and shitting on you at the same time. That's the crazy part, man.
There's a couple of things. So there is another side to the whole thing with the kid. Is her son stutters. I believe
really?
her children stutters really bad. So that's why he stuttered like that. You know what I'm saying? So he basically saying like you need to really take care of your children. Like you take care of your kid. Your kid is out.
And that's kind of below the belt, but Nicki went below the belt too.
Oh yeah, but but he did it in a way where you could take it a bunch of different ways. As far as the husband or the boyfriend or whatever, I don't want to get into the whole case. You know what I mean? Well, I already explained that to you before what happened with that. Yeah. But and then the whole thing with the MAGA part to me, he definitely got to plant his flag, because if he is standing on the side of with with Barack Obama, I don't even say he stands on the Democratic side. I'll just say he stands with Barack, because I don't think Jay-Z is a Democrat either, to be honest.
Yeah, he calls himself a black Republican. That's another flip on that as well. That's why he said a rapper can't be my op. And that's basically saying, Nicki, you can't be my op because you try to use the same people that I fuck with against me. Black Republican.
Yeah.
And also, too, what people got to understand is I don't even want to get all into the political thing. I'm just gonna say he's well in every right to say what he said, because you never know when you stand on the opposition side, they're going to do whatever they can to shut you down, and they've been coming after him for a long time. And for a long time they've been coming after him. You know what I'm saying? So, and you see, and the reason why I leverage that with that, because you see what happened with Diddy. Now, he could have got pardoned by the president, but he didn't get pardoned because he was out here talking crazy. And what happened? So if him and Diddy is in the same vein, obviously he believes that they're going to try to do the same thing to him too. So I understand why he took that shot like that. But that was crazy. That was a dope bar.
That was wild, man.
Yeah, especially the bar.
Wild, but at the same time, it was like a warning shot to Nicki, like, look, I hope you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because, listen, a couple election cycles go and things ain't the same no more. Then what? You still got to come back to your fan base. You still got to make music. You know, so I just think it's masterful, man. When I listen to this is surgical in a playful way. And it's crazy. It's like, yo, this dude really, without trying, just cleaned out like 6 or 7 of his ops. It's amazing, man.
Go ahead and play it.
Yeah, I'll get back to it. Hold on.
My God, you try to break the government. I prayed for 40 days,
I love this.
Enough of them. A rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You try to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again.
This to me is the best part. I'm bringing this back. Yo, when he talks that God type shit, that, yo, I'm like God, I look down on everybody. This is when Jay's at his best. Cause it's like he's rapping like he's so many levels above you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Saying I reigned for 40 days, I reigned for 40 nights.
No, I ran for 40 days. My
I
neck
ran
get
for
flooded
40 days.
again. Wrist get flooded again.
Oh my God, yo.
And then did the pause. My net worth went up again. And then the next bar.
Oh yeah. We're gonna play it back.
flow.
We're gonna play it back all the way. Hold on. We gotta get the whole thing in.
The very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You try to break the government. I brain for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man.
There it is. That's probably the hardest line of here, and that's about Drake 100%, man. Talking about his slave deal with UMG. And here's the other thing, too. We all talk about Drake and his UMG deal, but let's not forget when he was signed to Baby, he was in another fucked up deal when he was signed to like 10 different people. So everybody talks this shit about, oh, Drake's going to get $1 billion and all, and he got out of his deal. I was like, oh, really? This is the king of selling. This dude is the king of signing shitty deals. And Jay-Z is calling this out in real time on this shit.
Yeah, Jay-Z owned his masters for a long time, like a been right? This is what I don't understand about, and again, it goes back to Oskino. Sorry, Oskino, I gotta keep throwing you under the bus, but it is what it is.
Next, man.
it goes back to niggas like that. You gotta understand, bro. Drake is at such a high level in his career. He's been doing it for about maybe 20 years now. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there, a little bit more than that. And he still don't own nothing. Like, how are you arguing with a dude who's been doing it over almost 40 years, longer than he's been doing it since you were a kid? Like, for real.
And the perpetuity contract is basically saying you in a lifetime.
That's a lifetime contract.
Yeah. Like, you're never getting out of that shit, bro. But here's the other thing. You don't have the business acumen to get out of it. That's why you're doing all these wild Hail Mary claims, suing them because they didn't support you in a battle and trying to do all of this other shit to beg your way out of the deal. Nah, bro. It don't work like that.
Let me explain something to people, because people don't understand. The Clips had to pay, I believe, I believe somewhere between $5 to $10 million to get out of that contract. That's the Clips. They had to pay millions to get out of their contract.
And they did that for a Kendrick verse. Keep that in mind, too.
Kendrick verse, right? Do you think that Drake is one of the most highest stream artists of all time, right? You think that they're going to let this guy go? He would have to pay them at least $1 billion to get out of his contract. It won't be the other way around. Nobody's paying Drake $1 billion. He's already in the deal already. So why would they pay him $1 billion to get him? It would have to be somebody to pay him to get out of the deal. You know what I'm saying? And Jay is basically putting out there saying, look, in perpetuity, that's all in your contract. You ain't never going. You need to go fight with those. Excuse me for saying, but he said his words, not mine. Those crackers. You need to go fight with those crackers. Stop being so gangster with me. Be gangster with them, because they own all your publishing. Like, you talking to a dude who's free and got everything on his own, and you trying to argue with me. They own your shit, bro. Go get them.
And of course, that's after Janice shut the fuck up and the jig is up and all of those comments. But see, here's the whole thing about this. I think this was the hardest part. He saved the best for last on this. And see, now the conversation goes from Janice Shut the Fuck Up being the #1 song in the country and him taking shots at Kendrick and Jay and on them to, all right, what's Drake gonna do about that freestyle? Because everybody's gonna, or people want to tie this freestyle to that song because obviously he's talking about Jay-Z on the song. So this is what I mean about the conversation is shifted now. No matter what you want to say about Jay-Z, and Jay-Z got 3 other shows coming up this summer, and who knows, we'll talk about it in a minute about another album. But see, I'll just put it out there like this, man. I'll just put it out there. Did Drake get Summer Jam screen low key out of this? What do y'all think?
Nah, this is something different. This is different from Summer Jam, bro. Because Summer Jam, he put out something. It's not just what he said. He showed a picture of Prodigy.
The magnitude of what he said about Drake.
Oh no, I get what you're saying, but this is something different from Summer Jam. Like he's creating something of his own with this type of thing. Because this was an intro to his performance, wasn't it?
Yes, that's true.
I don't think this was a Summer Jam thing. I think that this is just a warning that
I think so too.
Summer Jam. Yeah.
I agree. It's a hard warning.
This is a warning. Like I'm gonna really show you before you even jump off the porch. I'm gonna slap you right back on the porch. Say, just stay there. Don't come off the porch. Like just stay on the porch. Because if you come off the porch, I got 3 shows in July, and I can literally do you dirty. The same guy that just killed you, I could bring him right out on the show. Like, and I think he's gonna do that. By the way, I think he's gonna bring it.
I can see that happening.
But so I don't know. But I definitely think before the week is out, Drake's gonna drop a freestyle. He's going to say something. But the thing about it is, but Reese, if you notice, Jay stopped himself. He said, "You know what, man? You know what that means? Jay got more. He ain't done. Hey. He
ain't done. He got a whole lot more." And that's why he did. It's almost like when he was doing this, it's almost like it seemed like the start of a song or the intro to a song, like he was warming up for something, right? And like he was really going to get into him, but he stopped and he said, "You know what, man? Let me go ahead." Like, so that tells me Jay got a whole diss record, maybe a couple diss records waiting for Drake.
I wouldn't say he got a couple of diss records. Because I don't think I think Jay looks at Drake. It's like, you just ain't on my level. Like come on.
Get back to the kitty table.
Yes, go sit over there with the children.
Go to the kitty table. You ain't at the boss's table,
like,
bro.
I don't think he has a thing where he's like, I got 2 or 3 diss tracks. But I will say this, he has enough time, because if Drake drops a diss track, it's gonna be bad because he has enough time to do whatever now. What are you gonna do? Like, you be better off trying to diss after him after he does his shows, because you don't know what he's gonna do at those shows.
Yeah,
he can really embarrass you. Like, and being embarrassed by Kendrick is one thing, but being embarrassed by Jay-Z is a whole nother animal, man. Like, for real.
The ball of wax.
Yeah, that's you don't want to.
We're going to get to that in a minute. That's actually the end of the freestyle. He says some slick bars at the end about his grandmom and all of that to really sum it up with his name or what have you. But yo, that was a fire freestyle, man. I don't know what grade I'd give it, but I mean, for Jay's comeback to music, because this is really Jay's first real big musical event in like 2 years. You know what I mean? Maybe even longer than that. But well done, Hov. Like you show people what real rap is about. You show people what a real GOAT is. You know what I mean? Not this thing about, oh, we're just gonna run up a bunch of streams from throwing a bunch of songs to Billboard for a couple of weeks. Nah, he showed them what's really good, and props to Hov for that, man.
Yeah, I definitely think that Jay-Z, this is a win for the old heads, I'm gonna tell you. And you can't really say Yeah, you can't say too much. Like, what can you really say? But it's definitely a win for the old heads. You know what I mean?
So with
He
that,
still got it. He's a guy going out there
still
to
got it.
hit the club. Still got it.
Still got it. How about you
Yeah.
still the best in the game?
Yeah.
No,
Either way.
still got it.
Like,
Shit.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
man.
let's get to the fan reaction. So I'm reading online and I'm seeing people, they're saying that it was mid, that a lot of the people was talking for whatever reason about Jay-Z's hair, which you look kind of crazy out there. They actually
For
look
the
kind
love
of
of money.
like Bone Thugs and like
You look like
Absol,
Easy.
right? Huh?
You look like Easy.
Yeah. He had a
Yeah.
he had a gangster look, like, and he purposely came out like that, like he was ready for war. Like you could tell he wasn't playing at this performance.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised how somebody got his dreads to do that, like to take him out like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how you do dreads. I mean, I don't have any hair, so I mean, I'm not an expert on that. Yeah,
thick dreads. So somebody combed them out like that. That's difficult to do. You know what I'm saying?
It had to take days to clean them anyway, right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. To get it like that, yeah, that's very difficult to do. Like, so somebody had to take it out piece by piece and then comb it out and break it apart. He had some nice looking dreads though. They was clean. Them Jones was clean.
So anyway, but going back to the GQ interview that was like, I think a couple months ago, Jay said that he had an issue with battle culture in the current hip hop landscape, you know, and that really he questions if battling was really a good part of hip hop. You know what I mean? So, of course, a lot of fans are coming back at Jay-Z saying he's a hypocrite.
Yep.
Also, I've seen fans come out and say, oh, you were criticizing people about other rappers growing with the future and not growing as artists and rapping like you're young, and you're talking about bricks and all this other thing in like you're a drug dealer still in the freestyle, you know. So there are narratives out there coming back, pushing back on what Jay said. But to speak to that, I really think that GQ article or GQ interview was taken out of context, because I think Jay was saying the whole battle landscape with stan culture and online culture is fucking up the game. I think that's what he was really saying. And
but you know, he's also getting similar heat for recently saying that graffiti or certain graffiti is not a part of hip hop, where that opened a whole can of worms as well, similar to what you're talking about also.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though I knew what he was saying, but it's still hip hop, man. You know.
I mean, I think Jay.
That's why I'm saying DJing is not a part of hip hop, because technically DJ came out before hip hop, but still, I mean, it's still
I think Jay could have said that better.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, two things. One, I think it was a little bit miscontextualized. And two, this is different because this was a response. He was responding to people coming at him. That's a little bit different, because it's like, okay, I get it about battle culture, but I still got to talk my shit. I got to get some things off of my chest to address. I mean, everybody gives Drake an almighty pass because he had 2 years to vent about his frustration about people, you know, running away from him in the battle and going to the other side. So what, Jay can't vent? You know what I mean? So what's up with that? And at the same time, Jay said something very interesting in that interview that kind of people don't talk about. He said, in the end of the day, last year was mostly I was playing defense, but 2026 is all about offense. So two things can be true at the same time in that interview. Is like, look, Jay might have been saying he doesn't agree with the culture at the time, but he was also lining people up because he's got some things to address going on offense in 2026.
Yeah.
all of that people say about him being hip hop is hypocriticism, bro. People lie all the time. People backpedal. People gotta understand. Drake literally said in one of his records, "You diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it." He literally said that.
That's true.
So for us to say, "Oh well, Jay-Z said this," I get it. He definitely do have to come back and address the people. But at the end of the day, it's all about, is it good or not? Like, that's because everybody lies in hip hop. It's been everybody tells stuff that's not true. Like that's why I don't care about the whole narrative. And then most of these people that are stands of the stand culture, these dudes like 25, 26. Jay-Z was popping when he was 25 or 24. They wasn't even born yet. So it's like, why would I even take what you say serious? You don't know this man's career. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So,
but isn't the issue that they don't know this man's career and they don't respect?
Not really, because not really. Jay-Z's an old man. He's like what? He's like 55.
55. Yeah.
Even though he was doing the stuff with Jazz O early, when Reasonable Doubt came out, he was older than 25. So he was talking OG on that first album. Without rap,
Yeah.
I was crazy straight. Partner, I'm still making money from 88. 88, 96, isn't that 8 years? Like,
Yeah,
that's true.
That's why you had to remember and be in that time to actually remember that like time period, like that video.
Yeah,
the Dead President's video.
He's been great most of his career. So it's like, for people to say these things, like most people that, especially young people, they start at Magna Carta Holy Grail. That's the album they start at. They start from there. They don't even go back to Reasonable Doubt and
I can give you the perfect beginning. A female told me this recently. If you was born in 1997 and you was into the radio hip hop, your introduction could have been whatever it was when Waka Flocka Flame came out.
Mm-hmm.
What year did I Go Hard in the Paint come out? Whatever came out that year is like 1997's version of Illmatic.
But check this out, though. You could say that, but with our generation of hip hop, like, even though we grew up in the time of Jay-Z and Biggie and Nas and DMX and those guys and Outkast, we still went back and we respected Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Cool G Rap. We listened to that stuff and respected it to say, you know what? Yeah, now Jay-Z was great, but we got to give LL his respect too. We got to give Big Daddy Kane his respect. That's the disconnect with this generation. It's like they cut everything off from their era onwards. And it's like whatever happened before that never even existed. So they go and those are the ones that get in the internet narratives and believe Jay's Illuminati or Jay was dealing with Aaliyah in a side relationship when Aaliyah was 17, when Aaliyah was really 21 when she was dealing with Dame Dash. So that's a total lie. And that's where that comes from.
And what's crazy about that state of thinking?
And listen, that to me is fucking irresponsible. That's irresponsible shit, because we were able to do it. Why can't they?
See, with that state of thinking, imagine listen to the music you were listening to right now, and you're not realizing the rapper's quoting Jay-Z and that type of music.
Exactly. Yeah.
You gotta know your history, bro.
Like, a lot of these young dudes, they don't really care for the history of it. They instant gratification. They want it right now. They don't want to look up nothing. They don't want to discuss nothing. It's just basically
they should be thanking Jay-Z because he's one of the main rappers of hustler music.
They don't care for that.
Thanking this nigga.
They don't care for none of that. It's
like, if you can thank Master P, you have to thank Jay-Z because he was that for New York, as Master P was for the South, as Dr. Dre was for the West Coast. Like, and funny thing was, Jay-Z was that a little more than Diddy was, because Diddy was just another level. Like Diddy was like above all those names I just mentioned, except probably Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre probably on the same level with Diddy, so that's like a totally different thing. But Jay-Z was a rapper. like we know him coming in the game rapping with Jaz-O and Big Daddy Kane. Like even if you came in 1997, you still did the research. I heard all of those mixtape demos. Like what people hear nowadays is like all these exclusive stuff they can find on streaming. Back then, it was you had to know someone that had a mixtape of an exclusive demo that had Big Daddy Kane and Jay-Z rapping on it, mixed with other songs in that mixtape. Like,
yeah, but most people, these young people, they're in love with the artist swag, not their music. They don't even care for none of that. Like a lot of these new dudes who like Drake and he like a bunch of people. It's not even about the music. Like you could see that when you talk to you see Drake fans. I see them all day. First thing they talk about is numbers. They don't even care about his music. It's just, oh, he's still number one though. Be like, what? The music's not.
As long as they like a couple of his songs and he's got a couple of bops, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
That's
because they're looking at numbers. Yeah. But on another level, what's Drake's version of "Can I Get Open"? Before Jay-Z came out, it was "Can I Get Open." What's Drake's version of that? Degrassi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I wanted to play this video. So we're going to get to the next part about will Drake respond and should he respond? Reese will come back. I'm going to play this cut from DJ Academics first.
Now, before you do that, I think Reese said that Drake may reply by the end of this week.
He did say that, but I actually I can't save it, but I'll wait. I'm gonna play it anyway, and I'll resend when he comes back about what DJ Academic said, because this is interesting.
Academics gotta watch his words now. Like,
oh yeah,
your own people. You just lowered yourself like that quick. Like that's wild.
But this is an interesting perspective. Listen to what
Jay-Z and then on Drake and Kanye. However, I do think, if Drake ever wants to respond, which by the way, I think Drake should ignore this nigga. He should ignore this fuck nigga. This senile, Alzheimer's, fungus infested ass motherfucker should be ignored.
Just hear the hate, man. Are you serious?
He's pro Nicki. That's why.
Hate and
talk like that. Like when you a Nicki fan, you talk just like that.
Oh my God, the delusion with this man.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. My advice is that Drake should treat him like how he would have. You remember how Jay-Z treated like niggas like Jim Jones in The Game back in the day? That's how Drake should treat Jay-Z now.
Reese, I got to get your take on that right now.
That was a bad comparison, but go ahead.
Academics to me, man, like when it comes down to it, he's always going to defend Drake no matter what. Like, but you see, he's telling Drake to ignore him, not to engage with him, because he knows this is another L automatically. Ain't no nothing. He's going to lose clearly because he can't say nothing to Jay. What can you say to him? Nothing. So Act knows this, and that's why Act like, nah, just ignore him. But you know what, a person that I really want to see is Maul.
Oh, he's coming out. Yeah.
Because Maul brother is best friends with Jay-Z. And Maul is Drake's man.
Too.
So Jay-Z was the one who put Maul on. So I want to see how he handles this, because Drake literally said, there's no in between with me. If you cheer for my op, you are op. Simple as that. So
I mean, we're gonna get to
Ran to Atlanta is number 2 right now. Like, what are we talking about?
What happened?
Ran to Atlanta is number 2 right now. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. But
ain't nothing to say about that, man.
See, here's the thing, right? I want to hear what Joe Budden's podcast is going to say on this. That's going to be very interesting. What they got to say.
Baby, a lot more.
I got to see Rory Mal, Fat Joe, and Jada. That's going to be another interesting one. I want to see all of these in real time. Like I got to see every one of these. Fat Joe and Jada Kiss, who two of these guys actually battled Jay-Z in real life. They actually went at Jay-Z in their prime. You know what I mean?
You know who got horrible opinions on hip hop?
Who's that?
Manosphere channels. Like Manosphere channels love Drake for some reason. I don't get it.
But the dude,
you talk all this masculinity and shame, insult, guilt that need to be right. You're supposed to be anti-Drake. You're supposed to be anti-Drake and anti-Kendrick, and you gonna think like that. But yo, the way they be caping for Drake in there, like it's.
Well, I can tell you. I can tell you why it is. I can tell you why that is. The reason why, because most of the Manosphere content creators, they are right leaning. Good portion of them are right leaning. You never really see, because usually left leaning don't really speak on Manosphere content, so they'll speak on that. And Kendrick Lamar appears to be more left leaning. That's why they hate Kendrick, even though Kendrick Lamar is exactly the values that they talk about. But they would, because he's left leaning, they'll say, yeah, because Kendrick Lamar, he's about family. He's about all the same things that the Red Pill is about. Not all of it, but a good portion of it. But they literally, because he is against him, they'll just side with him. I see it all the time, bro. But that's neither here or there.
I could go on a deep dive on why they like Drake. Probably because Drake is a known womanizer, and womanizing is glorified in Red Pill community. But the thing about it is, Drake simps about women that are much younger than him and are fucking other people too. You know what I mean? So
Red Pill dudes, because Drake's a simp and they are against simps.
Yeah, and so, Drake, that's why I can't go down that rabbit hole with Red Pill. Red Pill is just weird. Like I don't know.
It's not as bad as people think it is. It's that most people think Red Pill is the two dudes from Florida that was known for getting like OnlyFans chicks on like
you talking about
stuff. Fresh and fit, those niggas. Yeah. Like that's not really Red Pill, to be honest.
I could tell you,
like they're like the Eminem a Red Pill. Like people,
I could tell you right now, the Myron dude. This is another conversation for another day. Most of his stuff is fabricated, is dressed up, bro. To his girlfriend, all of that. It's dressed up a lot. So I
heard the other dude was worse because he got someone pregnant on their show. And I think she got rid of it eventually, but still.
No,
yeah, that's another conversation.
Got an Asian girl pregnant. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was it's a big controversy about that. But that's
another conversation, another rabbit hole we can go down another time. But back to this Drake response thing. Now I want to get back to what we were talking about with academics. Now I listened to academics, and academics is trying to dress it up like Drake is so much bigger than Jay-Z now, which is the joke in itself. After dude just sunned him in a Roots picnic freestyle, like 8 different ways. But anyway, I think there's an ulterior motive to this with academics, because right now with Drake's in good standing right now. His numbers are good. He went #1. He's got hits on the radio again, all of that. I think academics is looking at it from the standpoint of, you know what? Don't fuck this up. You worked for 2 years to get back to being in the conversation about being successful again. Don't fuck this up. Him going to Jay-Z is a problem. Like if he does a response record with Jay-Z, if you think Kendrick was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because Kendrick, here's the thing. Jay don't have to do 4 or 5 songs. Jay can literally do 1 verse and end it all. And they will be talking about that 1 verse versus whatever songs Drake does. And Drake can't recover from that. So at first I was like, Drake's going to respond by the end of this week. I agree with you on that, Reese. But I don't know if it's a smart decision. Do you think it is?
I don't think it's a smart decision at all.
Yeah.
I think his arrogance is going to get the best of him, and his team people gonna try to spin it like, yo, this could work out in your favor if you do this, you should do it. But the thing is, like, and people are not talking about this, Drake still hasn't recovered from the last battle. Like, he can have all the hits, whatever, but he still hasn't recovered. You going into a battle with Jay-Z is stupid. That's just stupid. Like, I just don't think he should do it, but he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it because he want to be the topic of conversation, and he's gonna see if he can get around what Jay said. But that's a hard bar to get around. That perpetuity bar is hard to get around because that means you're gonna have to admit that you're in a slave deal, like for real. So it's gonna be hard to get around.
And you said it yourself on the Iceman album. That's why I say, yo, the more you hear Make 'Em Pay, the more you can say Kendrick was right.
The difference between what he said, the difference between getting out of your deal and being let out of your deal. There's really no difference. What are you talking about?
And keep in mind, Jay-Z is a lot more Pusha T than Kendrick. So you don't want to go back to that style because, like, Pusha T only did like a 24-bar verse.
I'm going to push, what do you say?
24 to 30-bar verse.
Like, so that whole bar.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That whole bar where he said, the difference between getting out of your deal and being let out of your deal. He's basically saying that I'm gonna sue UMG until they let me out my deal. But Kendrick, you got put out your deal, but they're gonna let me out my deal. I mean, it's the wrong move to battle Jay, bro. Just don't do it. It's the wrong move.
And on the Jay-Z end of things. Now, here's the thing. He got 3 shows at Yankee Stadium. And see, Jay's in the driver's seat here because if Drake responds with a song, he could sit back, relax, and let that song die out because people are actually going to compare that freestyle to whatever Drake puts out. But then he got 3 more shows to do other freestyles.
That's what
and if he wants to, he could make that freestyle into a single. And then shit's really going to hit the fan. Because I tell you what, the one thing Drake don't want to see is Jay-Z drop an album this year. Because that's going to take everything right out of all of the momentum he got with Iceman. And people are going to remember 2026 for the year Jay-Z came back, as opposed to Drake's attempted comeback to mainstream success. I think it's a wrong move for Drake to respond to this dude, but I don't know. I think Drake's going to say something. He might do another timestamp record where he does some sort of subliminal reference to Jay-Z or something to kind of make it look like, yeah, I'm going back at this dude, but I'm not really paying him no mind at the same time. But I think Drake's gonna come back at him or something.
I'm waiting to see Jaguar Wright's reply. She definitely gonna come on in real life videos, all dressed up, talking crazy. Like her, Oskino may be the first to reply, to be honest with you. I won't be surprised if he comes up with something.
He didn't rap. He actually made a video. He didn't rap
made a video already?
Yeah, the video already.
The video in his car.
So it's with the camera on his face like this.
I won't be surprised if he comes out with something tomorrow. Though. I would not be surprised. But no, Jaguar Wright, I'm waiting to hear a reply to that. I don't really care for the Nicki reply. I just hope she put out more pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good question. Does Nicki reply?
She can't reply. Like,
I honestly think if Nicki replied, it would probably be better than all of this. Be told. I think she has.
She's been sitting on this one.
Yeah,
I think she's been waiting for Jay-Z.
She stepped on her own foot when she made Bigfoot. Like, she couldn't even beat Megan with that. So I don't know. And keep in mind, this is Rock Nation also who co-signed Megan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see, because I'm telling you now, Drake is quiet. He's going to say something. It's gonna happen, and I think that he's gonna jump out the window too fast. Maybe he should just sit this one out. He should sit it out.
I don't think it's smart.
Yeah,
Back to the Nicki thing. I'm gonna tell you about a move and watch out for this at the Yankee Stadium show. Cardi B's coming out. Cardi B's gonna come out one of those nights. She's from the Bronx. She's pretty much the biggest female rapper going, and that's Nicki's direct op. I think Jay's gonna bring her out at one of those Yankee Stadium shows. You watch.
For a imaginary player or something.
I think she's gonna do that and probably another one of her hits.
Mm.
Just like Jay had Meek do Dreams and Nightmares, she might do Bodak Yellow or what have you. I think Jay's gonna play that angle, and he's gonna do that directly at Nicki. Watch.
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think that's possible.
Yeah, but I don't know about if Nicki's gonna respond or not. I don't know. Nicki's ever since she's gone into, I guess the political outreach or whatever she's doing now, political spokeswoman for Erica Kirk, whatever she's doing, she's kind of been quiet on Twitter. She's kind of calmed down.
Once you get into that, you can't really do too much.
Yeah. Dare I say it kind of grounded her, and even though I really don't agree with MAGA and their stance, maybe it's a good thing for her to be doing at the time. I don't know. Maybe keep some focus.
Get into that type of once you get into that world, it changes you because you can't wild out no more because they're using it again.
And at the same time, and we got midterms coming up in the fall, and it's going to be a bad look if she crashes out or makes anything. So I don't know if she's going to respond. Maybe something on Twitter or whatever, but
I don't think she's going to say nothing.
Yeah, I don't think so. But Drake's going to be interesting, y'all. I mean, all I got to say is, man, is it an interesting summer now? Hip hop is back. I'm a happy man because we got that. There are a lot of good projects out there. Like you mentioned, the Nick Grant project, 38 Special dropped something. We got some other albums.
What's the other dude you was talking about that you compared to Nick Grant?
Deontay Hitchcock, check that out. That's Junkie in the Sun. Rick Ross is coming out in a few weeks. So hip hop is back, man. Jay-Z's got the freestyle that everybody's talking about, and I don't think it's going to die down. I think it stole a little bit of momentum away from Drake and his little Iceman wave that he's been going on the next couple of weeks. Watching week 3, I think Iceman is significantly going to cool off. You're not going to see it at number 1 no more.
I mean, it's slowly cooling off right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, it went number 1 this week. I think it sold 218,000. But after this, I think Drake's going to have a couple of songs on the radio, but it's not going to be what it was in the first 10 days of this Iceman rollout. And we're going to be back to Jay-Z and his Yankee Stadium shows, and when's Kendrick going to drop? That's going to be the conversation. So we're going to get to it.
Let's see, man.
We shall see. Anyway, fellas, thanks for joining me. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. Also, check out BLG, aka Bootleg Gang.
Before you speak any further, everybody go to youtube.com/followed by the @ BLG, aka Bootleg Gang. Shout out to Gnarls Barkley. I haven't heard your album yet, but I heard a couple songs from that new Gnarls Barkley album that came out a little while ago. Shout out to Black Milk that came out the other day. I heard you mention OT The Real, AZ, Wiz Khalifa, and Currency. They actually put out 2 projects. The second one produced by Harry Fraud. DJ Muggs and TF.
Yeah.
Stu Bangers and Wordsworth. Blue and Exile.
Rome Streets is coming out too.
Hush Kingpin.
Rome Streets is coming
Diamond,
out in July. Yeah.
Fetty P. I still ain't even heard all of the Juicy J and DJ Scream project that came out last month yet. What you got, Reese?
Torture Talk. You know what it is? You know what I'm saying? Follow me, Torture Talk, YouTube, Torture Talk After Hours, YouTube. Here's what it is, man.
All right. So definitely we'll catch up with y'all with some new content later on this week. And y'all have a good night. All right.
Peace, everybody.
Hey.
All right, man.